Space is full of things that shouldn't make sense. We have stars that spin hundreds of meters, 100 times in a second, and the black hole that eats light, and planet so large they could swallow Earth 1,000 times over. But sometimes the most mind-bending discovery don't come from the giants, but come from underdogs. But first, a word from our sponsor. Struggling to find the right solution for your business problems? I will like to introduce HelloGig.com, whose AI engine connects you with the top-tier freelancers from your industries only, which help in designing a better and scalable solution for your business. Whether you are a SaaS startup or an enterprise, HelloGig makes sure that you can focus on your core business. With HelloGig's global freelance network, you can depend upon all your technology need, be it software development, artificial intelligence, video editing, or something else. So, ready to hire smarter? Scan the QR code on the screen or click the link below to get started today. So let's get back to our video now. Now meet Enceladus. It is a tiny icy moon of Saturn, only about 500 kilometers wide. To put that in perspective, you should drive across the entire moon in about 5 hours, and it's a speck, a rounding error in the mass of Saturn system. But thanks to data from NASA's Cassini mission, we know that this tiny moon is a punching into giant parent planet, and it has created a massive invisible electromagnetic lattice, a bridge of energy stretching over 500,000 kilometers through the vacuum of space. Today we are looking at Enceladus punch and how a tiny moon become a power plant of Saturn system. For 13 years, the Cassini spacecraft was our eyes and ears at Saturn. It saw the rings in the high definition and watched the great white storm. But its most shocking discovery happened when it flew past Enceladus. Now, scientists expected a dead, frozen rock, but instead they found life, or at least the ingredient for it. And Cassini's cameras captured massive plume of water, ice, and vapor erupting from tiger strip fractures at the moon's south pole. But it wasn't just about Cassini saw, it was about its instrument felt. As the Cassini flew through the space between Enceladus and Saturn, its radio and plasma wave science instrument started picking up a strange signal. It wasn't static, it was rhythmic, organized lattice of electromagnetic waves. Now, scientists realized that they weren't just looking at moon orbiting a planet. They were looking at a giant electrical circuit. So, how does a frozen moon build a 500,000 kilometer bridge? It starts with these geysers. Now, Enceladus is constantly spraying about 200 kilograms of water vapor into space every single second. But the space isn't just empty, it is bathed in Saturn's massive magnetic field. When these water molecules hit the harsh environment of space, they just hit by radiation of ionized meaning that they lose the electrons and become electrically charged, and this turns the vapor into plasma. Now, here is the punch. Saturn rotates incredibly fast. A day there is about 100 hours. This rapid rotation drags its magnetic field along with it. But the cloud of plasma from the Enceladus is heavy and it wants to stay put. Now, as Saturn's magnetic field line sweeps through its heavy plasma cloud, it creates a massive amount of drag. It is like a giant comb being pulled through a thick honey. And this tension generates alpha wave, powerful electromagnetic ripple that travel along the magnetic field lines. And these waves don't just dissipate, they travel. Now they form a literal bridge of energy that stretches from the moon and all the way across the gap and the punches directly into Saturn's upper atmosphere. So we are talking about a structure 500,000 kilometers long, and that is long than the distance from the Earth to moon. When these electromagnetic waves hit Saturn ionized atmosphere or ionosphere, they don't just disappear. They actually leave a mark. The scientists discovered an Enceladus footprint, which is like a glowing aurora at Saturn's pole, and that is physically caused by the energy traveling down this bridge. Think about that. A moon the size of small state is literally plugged in to its giant planet, causing the gas giant's atmosphere to glow with its energy. And this is why scientists call it the electromagnetic punch. And it is constant vibrating interaction that defies the physics of entire region. Why does this matter to us? Why do we care about a giant invisible lattice in a deep space? The first is tells us that Enceladus is active. The fact that it maintains its 500,000 kilometers structure means that its subsurface ocean is incredibly dynamic. It is a sign of living world. Second, it changes how we look for life elsewhere. If we see types of electromagnetic bridges around the planet in other solar system, it could be a smoking gun for moon with an active oceans and geyser, the perfect place for alien life to thrive. The Enceladus bridge is a reminder that in our universe, everything is connected. Gravity holds us in orbit, but the electromagnetism binds us together in the way we only just beginning to map. Now, we used to think that space is a silent, empty void between worlds, but thanks to Cassini, we know better. The Saturn and Enceladus are engaged in 4 billion-year-old dance, joined by an invisible humming lattice of energy. 500,000 kilometer punch that proves size isn't everything when it comes to power of the cosmos. Next time when you see at a dot in the night sky, remember there is a lot more going on than that meets the eye. Thanks for watching, and if you want to dive deeper into the mysteries of solar system, hit the subscribe button and join us for the next journey. See you.